The 1920s. The hotel's eternal guest. In the lively 1920s, a time full of life and excitement, you could find the grandiose hotel. This hotel was famous for its grandeur, always bustling with the city's high society, their laughter mixed with jazzy melodies that flowed out into the moonlit streets. But on one night, just before midnight, the hotel hosted a grand gala like no other. When the last chime rang out, a scream filled the air. People were puzzled, and their eyes searched everywhere. But Amelia Hartford, the most beautiful lady at the party, had disappeared into thin air. Whispers and questions filled the air, but no one knew for sure the grandiose hotel had taken its eternal guest. In the heart of a bustling city full of life, where the streets pulsed with the promise of the jazz age, stood the grandiose hotel. It was like a symbol of the 1920s opulence, with its towering front and a place where dreamers were drawn. The grand lobby was a sight to behold, adorned with golden details and marble floors, and during the day, it was a hub of activity as the city's elite came and went. As daylight faded, a calm settled over its extensive hallways. The extravagant halls, filled with laughter, were in stark contrast to the quietness that seemed to seep from the very walls at night. The hotel's rooms, despite their grand appearance, whispered stories of secrets hidden in the shadows. It was a mysterious place within the city, where every fancy mirror and chandelier held untold tales, and the night air was filled with whispers from the past. The silence, the captivating quiet, was what intrigued curious souls the most. In the middle of the night, when the hallways were empty, the grandiose hotel wasn't just a hotel. It was a mystery, a maze of hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. In that eerie stillness, the hotel shared its most personal stories, tales hidden in the folds of time, ready for the next curious person to listen closely. Deep inside the grandiose, stories as old as time itself lived on, softly spoken by those who wandered its luxurious halls. Staff members exchanged hushed words filled with a mix of fear and fascination. They spoke of shadows moving like dark silk, dancing on walls without anyone to cast them. They murmured about gentle sensations on their skin, breaths in empty rooms, and the eerie feeling of unseen eyes on their backs. But it was during the night, under the moon's silvery gaze, that the hotel truly came to life. Guests told stories of a haunting piano melody, a mournful tune weaving through the darkness. Even though the music room was locked and abandoned, whispers followed the night breeze, whispers that weren't quite human, a soft symphony of sadness and longing. Yet, among all the mysteries surrounding the grandiose, one story sent shivers down spines. The legend of the eternal guest. It was said that a spirit lived in the hotel, lost in time, an echo of glamour and tragedy. This ghostly figure, adrift in the afterlife, wandered the halls with an otherworldly grace, forever searching for something just out of reach. Guests would catch glimpses, see reflections in mirrors, or hear a sigh brushing past their ears, a haunting reminder that they were never truly alone. In the grandiose hotel, where luxury and longing met, the past and present walked hand in hand, and the eternal guest watched over, waiting for their story to be shared. Just when the echoes of the past seemed to fade into a melancholic hush, the grandiose hotel shocked Alex with a revelation that shook the very foundations of known truths. In a hidden chamber with walls etched by time's stories, Alex found the final pieces of the haunting puzzle, a portrait of Amelia Hartford, her eyes reflecting the starry nights of her disappearance, and a journal written in her elegant script, revealing shocking truths. Amelia had made a dark pact with an enigmatic entity, inscribed with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. This pact was binding, woven from the essence of life and death. Every 50 years, Amelia's spirit, the eternal guest, would seek a new host, securing her reign as an ageless beauty in a changing world. But the process demanded a vessel, a transaction of souls chosen during the hotel's grand galas, concealed as celebrations, with the selection known to none, perhaps even the chosen themselves. As the truth dawned, the air grew heavy with the realization of the impending cycle. The grandiose, with its timeless elegance and silent witnesses, prepared for the night when the pact would be fulfilled once more, its hallways echoing with the silent question, who would be the next to vanish, only to wander the halls as the new eternal guest at midnight. The mystical hour when time itself seemed to hold its breath. The grand clock atop the grandiose hotel chimed. Its tolling wasn't just a proclamation of the hour, but a herald of long-awaited freedom. In the moonlit atrium, under the watchful gaze of time, Alex Mercer stood, a symbol of unwavering courage in the face of the inexplicable. The ancient pact, woven from desire and darkness, lay exposed, its power a tangible pulse in the air, with a breath filled with determination and the promise of liberation. Alex, fueled by the purest form of bravery, selflessness, broke the seal. The hotel shuddered to its core, a silent gasp preceding a storm of emancipation. Walls trembled, lights flickered, and a breeze emerged from the stillness, swirling through the halls with unrestrained joy. It was as though the grandiose itself was exhaling, releasing decades of sorrow and secrets in one exhilarating sigh. Countless spirits, radiant and glowing, emerged from hidden corners. Among them was Amelia, her presence bathed in an ethereal light, the chains of her pact dissolving into stardust. One last time, her gaze met Alex's, silently conveying gratitude and farewell, a thank you, a goodbye. As the clock's echoes faded, the liberated souls ascended, their forms dissolving into the star-studded sky, leaving behind a hotel reborn. The grandiose, now truly grand in its silence, stood as a testament to a night when bravery triumphed and peace was restored. As the tempest of the night settled, the grandiose hotel stood serene, its opulence a quiet sentinel to the miracles and mayhem it had witnessed. In the hushed reverence of pre-dawn, with the stars receding into the soft blush of morning, Alex Mercer stepped through the towering archways, emerging from a world of shadows and secrets into the embrace of a new day. Pausing at the threshold, Alex cast a lingering glance over their shoulder, the hotel's facade now bathed in the tender light of dawn, its windows aglow with the promise of tranquility. It was a silent, solemn moment of farewell, an unspoken bond sealed in the crucible of the night's events. As they walked away, the city's skyline stretching before them like a slumbering giant, a cascade of reflections washed over Alex, the insatiable human yearning for immortality, a desire so fierce it could entwine souls across time, the profound power of selfless acts, a force potent enough to shatter chains of the past, and the enduring echoes of those who walked before us, their stories a tapestry woven into the very air we breathe. With each step, the grandiose receded into the background, its silhouette a parting reminder that within its halls time held a different meaning, and its rooms safeguarded tales both dark and wondrous. And as the city awoke around them, life blooming anew, Alex carried forward a resolve strengthened by the night's ordeal, a silent vow to always seek the truth, to listen to the whispers on the wind, and to remember that every place, every person, every moment is a story waiting to be told.